Brazil versus Morocco. Now that's a fixture that probably wasn't on many people's radar a few years ago. But today, it's one of the most fascinating matchups of the tournament. Because on one side, you have Brazil, five-time world champions, the most successful nation in World Cup history. A country where football isn't just a sport, it's a part of life. And on the other side, Morocco, the team that shocked the football world in 2022. The team that became the first African nation to reach a World Cup semi-final. A team that proved they belong among football's elite. So this isn't just Brazil against Morocco. It's football tradition against football's newest success story. Brazil enters this World Cup carrying enormous expectations. As always, when you're Brazil, nobody celebrates participation. Only trophies matter. And despite producing some of the greatest players in football history, Brazil hasn't lifted the World Cup since 2002. That's more than 2 decades of waiting. More than 2 decades of pressure. Every generation arrives believing this could be the one. And once again, that expectation follows them into 2026. But Morocco won't be intimidated. Not anymore. The days when teams looked at Brazil and felt fear, those days are gone. Morocco changed that perception in Qatar. They defeated Belgium, they defeated Spain, they defeated Portugal, and they inspired millions across Africa and the Arab world. What made that run so special wasn't luck. It was organization, discipline, belief. Every player understood their role. Every player fought for the badge. And that mentality remains the greatest strength. Now the interesting question becomes, how will these teams approach this match? Brazil will want the ball. They'll want to control possession, control the tempo, and force Morocco to defend for long periods. That's where Brazil is most comfortable. But Morocco has shown before that they don't mind defending. In fact, they're very good at it. They stay compact, they stay organized, and when opportunities appear, they attack with speed. That's exactly how they frustrated some of Europe's biggest nations. And Brazil knows that, which is why patience could be just as important as talent in this game. Because one mistake, one counterattack, one moment of brilliance can change everything. And that's what makes this match so exciting. Brazil carries the history, the trophies, the pressure, the expectations of millions. Morocco carries something different: confidence, momentum, and the belief that they can compete with anyone. So when these two teams step onto the pitch, don't think of this as a favorite versus an underdog. Think of it as a test of whether Brazil is ready to reclaim its place at the top of world football. And a test of whether Morocco's historic rise is only just beginning. One thing is certain, football fans around the world will be watching. Because Brazil versus Morocco has all the ingredients for a World Cup classic. Who do you think will make the biggest statement in this match? Let me know in the comments. And if you enjoyed this journey, make sure to subscribe to Sportants for more unforgettable stories from FIFA World Cup 2026, legendary teams, rising nations, football history, and the passion that unites the world through sport. Because this is more than just football, this is the story behind the game.